integers a and b such that a squared plus b squared is exactly divisible by 4, proved by contradiction that a and b cannot both be odd. Okay, so in order to prove something by contradiction, first we need to assume that the opposite of the statement is true, and then show that the opposite of the statement is actually incorrect. So we can prove that by contradiction. The target here is to prove that a and b cannot both be odd. So the opposite to this statement is a and b can both be odd. Okay, so let's assume that a and b can both be odd. So we can use two integers, m and n, to express a and b if they are odd numbers. So like a is equal to 2m plus 1 and b is equal to 2m plus 1. So that means if m and n are both integers, if I have these two expressions, so that means a and b are both odd numbers, odd integers, right? Okay, so then let's just plug in into the expression here. So a squared plus b squared will then become 2m plus 1 squared, then plus 2m plus 1 squared. Next thing we're going to do is expand the parentheses, so we get 4m squared plus 4m plus 1, and then plus 4n squared plus 4n, then plus 1. Okay, so let's we notice that a lot of the terms have coefficient 4, so let's group these terms together and factor out a 4, because we need to prove that this is divisible by 4. Okay, so if we factor out 4, we have m squared plus m, then plus n squared plus n, but we have 1 plus 1, so that's 2 outside of the parentheses. So in this expression, in this part, because it has a factor of 4, so obviously this is divisible by 4, right? But 2 is not divisible by 4. So that means a squared plus b squared is not divisible by 4 if a and b are both odd integers, right? Okay, so that proves our statement, because we assume that if a and b can both be odd, then they are divisible by 4, but actually they're not divisible by 4. So that means a and b cannot both be odd numbers, odd integers. Okay, so that's the entirety of question 8.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you have any problems, you can leave a comment below. I'll be glad to help. Bye bye, guys.